One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between things that are within our control and those that are not. Stoics believe that our thoughts, emotions, and actions are within our control, while external events, other people's actions, and even our physical bodies are not. This insight reminds us to focus our energy on what we can control and accept the rest with equanimity. In a world filled with uncertainty, the Stoic principle of accepting the things we cannot change can bring us peace of mind. Rather than being consumed by anxiety or frustration over circumstances beyond our control, Stoicism encourages us to shift our perspective and focus on how we respond to these situations. By cultivating inner resilience, we can adapt and find meaning in the face of adversity. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of practicing self-discipline and virtue. The Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from living a life of moral integrity and aligning our actions with reason. This involves examining our values and principles and making conscious choices that are in line with them. By practicing self-discipline, we can overcome impulsive behaviors and make decisions that are guided by wisdom and virtue. Another key teaching of Stoicism is the practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining worst-case scenarios and reflecting on the impermanence of things we often take for granted. By contemplating potential losses or setbacks, we develop a greater appreciation for what we have and cultivate gratitude in our lives. Negative visualization helps us prepare mentally for challenges and reduces our attachment to material possessions or external circumstances. Stoicism also encourages us to embrace the present moment and live with mindfulness. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can better understand ourselves and the world around us. This awareness allows us to respond to situations with clarity and composure, rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness helps us break free from the cycle of worry about the future or regret about the past, enabling us to fully engage with the present and make the most of each moment. Stoicism offers valuable lessons for the modern world. By focusing on what is within our control, practicing self-discipline, accepting the inevitable, and cultivating mindfulness, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater resilience, inner peace, and a sense of purpose. Stoic principles provide us with practical tools to face challenges, make conscious choices, and find meaning in our daily lives. As we embrace these timeless teachings, we can discover a profound sense of well-being and fulfillment amidst the ever-changing world around us. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the recognition of the transient nature of external circumstances. Stoics believe that external possessions, wealth, or social status do not define our happiness or worth. Instead, they advocate for focusing on cultivating inner virtues and personal growth. By shifting our focus from external achievements to inner qualities, such as wisdom, courage, and justice, we can find a more stable and fulfilling source of contentment. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of managing our emotions and maintaining emotional equanimity. Rather than being controlled by our emotions, Stoics advocate for observing and understanding them without being overwhelmed by them. By practicing emotional detachment, we can respond to situations with rationality and clarity, making better decisions and avoiding impulsive reactions. Another valuable lesson from Stoicism is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. This principle encourages us to embrace and accept the events and circumstances that unfold in our lives, even if they are challenging or undesirable. By cultivating an attitude of acceptance, we can find peace and serenity amidst the inevitable ups and downs of life. Embracing our fate allows us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, rather than wasting energy on futile resistance to the uncontrollable. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of cultivating meaningful relationships and practicing empathy towards others. Stoics recognize the interconnectedness of humanity and encourage us to treat others with kindness, compassion, and understanding. By embracing our shared humanity and practicing empathy, we can foster greater harmony in our relationships and contribute to a more compassionate and just society. Additionally, Stoicism encourages us to constantly engage in self-reflection and self-improvement. By regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and values, we can identify areas for growth and strive to become better versions of ourselves. Stoics believe that personal development is a lifelong journey that requires ongoing introspection and a commitment to living in accordance with our principles. Stoicism offers profound lessons that are highly relevant to the modern world. By focusing on what is within our control, managing our emotions, practicing acceptance, cultivating meaningful relationships, and engaging in self-reflection, we can lead more fulfilling and virtuous lives. Stoic teachings provide us with practical guidance on how to navigate the complexities of the modern era with resilience, wisdom, and a sense of purpose. By incorporating these lessons into our daily lives, we can find greater inner peace, live with integrity, and contribute positively to our communities and the world at large. In addition to the teachings mentioned earlier, Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of practicing gratitude and maintaining a sense of perspective. Stoics encourage us to appreciate the simple joys and blessings that surround us, recognizing that even the most basic aspects of life can bring fulfillment and happiness. By cultivating gratitude for what we have, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is present, fostering a greater sense of contentment and abundance. Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. Rather than viewing obstacles as insurmountable roadblocks, Stoics encourage us to approach them with a mindset of resilience and perseverance. Adversity becomes a chance to develop our character, strengthen our resolve, and hone our skills. By reframing challenges as valuable stepping stones on our journey, we can transform setbacks into catalysts for personal growth and self-improvement. Stoicism also highlights the importance of living in accordance with nature. This concept refers to aligning our actions and attitudes with the natural order of the universe. Stoics believe that by embracing our inherent human nature and living in harmony with the world around us, we can find greater peace and fulfillment. This involves recognizing the impermanence of things, accepting the cycles of life, and embracing change as a natural part of existence. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to detach our self-worth from external validation or the opinions of others. Instead of seeking approval or recognition, Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating self-approval and self-respect. By valuing our own opinions and living in accordance with our principles, we free ourselves from the constant need for external validation and find a more authentic sense of self-worth. Lastly, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of constant self-awareness and the examination of our own thoughts and beliefs. By critically evaluating our assumptions and challenging our preconceived notions, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. Stoics encourage us to question our own biases, recognize our limitations, and approach life with intellectual humility. This commitment to self-reflection and the pursuit of truth allows us to continually evolve and refine our understanding of the world. Stoicism offers a rich array of timeless lessons for navigating the complexities of the modern world. By practicing gratitude, embracing challenges, living in accordance with nature, detaching from external validation, and engaging in self-reflection, we can cultivate inner resilience, find meaning in our lives, and live with greater authenticity and wisdom. Stoic philosophy provides a practical framework for personal growth, ethical living, and navigating the ups and downs of life with grace and equanimity. By incorporating these teachings into our daily lives, we can strive to become better individuals and contribute to a more harmonious and virtuous society. Stoicism teaches us the importance of embracing change and maintaining a flexible mindset. The Stoics recognize that change is an inherent part of life, and by accepting this reality, we can adapt more easily to new circumstances. In a rapidly evolving world, the ability to embrace change and remain open to new ideas is crucial for personal growth and success. Stoicism also encourages us to practice moderation and avoid excess in all aspects of life. By cultivating self-control and temperance, we can avoid the pitfalls of overindulgence and maintain a balanced approach to our desires and pleasures. This includes not only material possessions but also our emotional reactions and attachments. By practicing moderation, we can prevent ourselves from being consumed by excessive desires or cravings that can lead to unhappiness and discontentment. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment and let go of regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. By fully engaging with the present, we can make the most of each moment and find joy in the here and now. This does not mean disregarding future planning or learning from past experiences, but rather recognizing that our primary sphere of influence is the present moment. By living mindfully, we can savor life's experiences and find greater fulfillment. Stoicism also reminds us of the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of contributing to the collective well-being. Stoics believed in the idea of cosmopolitanism, which emphasizes our shared humanity and the responsibility to act for the greater good of all. By practicing empathy, compassion, and social responsibility, we can work towards creating a more just and harmonious society. Lastly, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of continual self-education and personal growth. Stoics believed in the pursuit of knowledge and the development of wisdom as lifelong endeavors. By reading, learning, and seeking out new experiences, we can expand our understanding of the world and cultivate a more nuanced perspective. This commitment to intellectual growth allows us to navigate complex issues with greater insight and make informed decisions. Stoicism provides a wealth of lessons that can help us navigate the challenges and complexities of the modern world. By embracing change, practicing moderation, living in the present moment, recognizing our interconnectedness, and pursuing personal growth, we can lead more fulfilling and virtuous lives. Stoic principles offer practical guidance and timeless wisdom that can empower us to cultivate resilience, find inner peace, and make a positive impact in our own lives and the lives of others. By incorporating these lessons into our daily lives, we can navigate the modern world with wisdom, integrity, and a sense of purpose. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-mastery, resilience, and inner peace, offers invaluable wisdom that resonates in the modern era. In a world filled with distractions, constant change, and external pressures, Stoic principles provide a compass to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. By recognizing the distinction between what is within our control and what is not, Stoicism teaches us to focus our energy on the aspects of life that we can influence, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. This shift in perspective liberates us from the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable, freeing up mental and emotional space to direct towards constructive and meaningful endeavors. Stoicism's teachings on emotional control and acceptance of circumstances remind us of the power we possess to respond to life's challenges with grace and equanimity. By cultivating emotional resilience and practicing acceptance, we can avoid being tossed about by every fluctuation in our external environment. Instead, we learn to respond to adversity with strength, wisdom, and a calm demeanor, enabling us to make clear-headed decisions and find serenity amidst chaos. Stoicism's call to live in accordance with nature encourages us to embrace the inherent rhythms and cycles of life. It reminds us to appreciate the beauty and impermanence of each moment, fostering gratitude and a sense of awe for the world around us. This perspective helps us connect with our own humanity and the interconnectedness of all beings, fostering compassion, empathy, and a deep appreciation for the diversity of human experiences. The Stoic emphasis on personal growth, self-reflection, and intellectual curiosity invites us to embark on a lifelong journey of self-improvement. By continuously seeking knowledge, challenging our beliefs, and refining our understanding of the world, we can evolve as individuals and contribute positively to society. This commitment to ongoing growth and learning allows us to adapt to new circumstances, embrace change, and make informed decisions that align with our values and principles. In a world that often prioritizes external validation and material success, Stoicism reminds us to cultivate our own sense of self-worth, detached from the opinions of others. By living authentically and in alignment with our values, we find a profound sense of fulfillment and happiness that transcends accolades or societal expectations. Stoicism encourages us to invest in the development of our character, virtues, and integrity, recognizing that these internal qualities are the true measure of a meaningful and purposeful life. The Stoic lessons for the modern world offer a timeless and practical philosophy that can guide us towards a more fulfilling and virtuous existence. By incorporating Stoic principles into our daily lives, focusing on what is within our control, practicing emotional resilience, embracing the present moment, cultivating empathy, pursuing personal growth, and nurturing our inner worth, we can navigate the complexities of the modern world with wisdom, clarity, and a deep sense of purpose. Stoicism invites us to embrace our humanity, connect with others, and live a life of integrity and inner harmony. May these Stoic teachings inspire us to embark on a transformative journey towards a life well lived. Stoicism is about suppressing emotions. One misconception is that Stoicism promotes the suppression or denial of emotions. In reality, Stoicism encourages understanding and managing emotions in a rational manner. Stoics advocate for observing emotions without being overwhelmed by them, allowing for a more thoughtful and measured response to situations. Stoicism is about being indifferent or apathetic. Stoicism is often misunderstood as advocating for complete detachment or apathy. However, Stoics actually emphasize focusing on what is within our control and accepting the outcomes beyond our control. This does not mean being indifferent to the world or the well-being of others, but rather directing our efforts where they can be most effective and not being overly attached to external outcomes. Stoicism is about repressing desires. Stoicism is sometimes misconstrued as a philosophy that requires the repression of desires or pleasures. While Stoics emphasize practicing moderation and not being controlled by excessive desires, they do not advocate for a joyless or ascetic lifestyle. Instead, Stoicism encourages cultivating a balanced and mindful approach to desires, recognizing what is truly important and aligning our desires with reason and virtue. Stoicism is about avoiding emotions like grief or sadness. Stoicism is often associated with avoiding or negating emotions such as grief or sadness. However, Stoics acknowledge that these emotions are natural and part of the human experience. Rather than suppressing or denying them, Stoics encourage acknowledging and processing these emotions in a healthy and constructive way, while maintaining perspective and not being overwhelmed by them. Stoicism is a passive philosophy. Stoicism is sometimes seen as a passive philosophy that promotes resignation or inaction. However, Stoicism is an active philosophy that encourages taking responsibility for our own thoughts, actions, and well-being. Stoics believe in engaging with the world, fulfilling our duties, and striving to make a positive impact in our own lives and the lives of others. It's important to understand these clarifications to gain a more accurate and nuanced understanding of Stoicism as a practical philosophy for living a fulfilling and virtuous life. Stoicism is about suppressing pain or denying suffering. Stoics do not advocate for suppressing pain or denying the reality of suffering. Instead, they teach that our perception and interpretation of events play a significant role in our emotional response. Stoicism encourages us to examine our judgments and beliefs about a situation, recognizing that we have the power to choose how we respond to adversity. By shifting our perspective and focusing on what is within our control, we can find meaning and purpose even in challenging circumstances. Stoicism is a rigid and inflexible philosophy. Stoicism is sometimes portrayed as a rigid and inflexible philosophy that demands unwavering discipline and control. However, Stoicism acknowledges the importance of adaptability and flexibility in navigating life's challenges. Stoics recognize that circumstances are ever-changing, and they encourage us to adjust our strategies and attitudes accordingly. Stoicism provides a framework for inner strength and resilience, but it does not require us to adhere to fixed rules or dogmas. Stoicism is only for the emotionally strong. Another misconception is that Stoicism is only applicable to individuals who are naturally emotionally strong or resilient. In reality, Stoicism is a philosophy that can be practiced and benefited from by individuals at various stages of emotional development. Stoicism offers practical tools and techniques that can help individuals cultivate emotional resilience and navigate life's difficulties, regardless of their starting point. Stoicism promotes a passive acceptance of injustice. Stoics do not advocate for a passive acceptance of injustice or turning a blind eye to wrongdoing. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with virtue and acting in ways that promote justice, fairness, and the well-being of others. Stoics recognize the value of actively engaging in the world and working towards creating a more just and harmonious society. Stoicism is only a personal philosophy. While Stoicism does emphasize personal growth and self-improvement, it also recognizes the importance of communal and social well-being. Stoics believe in the concept of cosmopolitanism, which emphasizes our shared humanity and the responsibility to contribute to the betterment of society. Stoicism encourages us to practice empathy, compassion, and social responsibility, recognizing that our actions can have a positive impact on the world around us. By understanding these clarifications, we can appreciate Stoicism as a practical philosophy that offers guidance for navigating life's challenges, cultivating resilience, and living with integrity and wisdom. Stoicism encourages us to embrace our emotions, adapt to change, act with virtue, and contribute to the well-being of both ourselves and others. Understanding the dichotomy of control, Stoicism teaches that we have control over our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, but not over external events or the behaviors of others. By recognizing this dichotomy of control, we can focus our energy on what is within our control and let go of what is not. This shift in perspective helps us avoid unnecessary stress and frustration, allowing us to respond to challenging situations with equanimity. Practicing negative visualization. Negative visualization is a Stoic practice that involves imagining the loss or absence of things we often take for granted. By visualizing the potential loss of loved ones, material possessions, or even our own lives, we cultivate gratitude for what we have in the present moment. This practice helps us prepare for adversity and develop the resilience to navigate difficult times with a more balanced mindset. Accepting the impermanence of things. Stoicism teaches us to accept the impermanence of life and the inevitability of change. By recognizing that everything is subject to change, including our own circumstances and emotions, we can develop a more detached and resilient outlook. This acceptance allows us to adapt to challenging situations and bounce back more effectively when faced with setbacks. Practicing the discipline of desire and aversion. Stoicism encourages us to examine our desires and aversions and align them with reason and virtue. By recognizing that external things are not inherently good or bad, but rather our judgments about them determine their value, we can cultivate emotional resilience. Stoics teach us to question our attachments and desires, and to focus on developing inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, and compassion as sources of true fulfillment. Engaging in self-reflection and self-discipline, Stoicism emphasizes self-reflection and self-discipline as essential practices for personal growth and emotional resilience. By examining our thoughts, beliefs, and reactions, we gain insight into our own patterns and can make intentional changes. Stoic practices such as journaling, mindfulness, and meditation can aid in developing self-awareness and self-discipline, allowing us to respond to challenges with greater emotional resilience. Practicing the reserve clause. The reserve clause is a Stoic technique that involves adding the phrase, "if it is the will of nature," to our desires and intentions. This practice helps us cultivate acceptance and resilience by acknowledging that outcomes are not entirely within our control. By mentally preparing ourselves for different outcomes and recognizing that things may not always go as planned, we can reduce our attachment to specific outcomes and maintain emotional equilibrium. By incorporating these Stoic practices into our lives, we can cultivate emotional resilience, develop a more balanced perspective, and navigate challenging situations with greater equanimity. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, accept the impermanence of life, and align our desires with reason and virtue, providing a solid foundation for emotional well-being and resilience.